Okay, session is now on recording.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Tom. Hi, Paul.
Good evening, Charles.
Yeah, good evening. Hello, Seji.
Yes.
You all right?
Yeah. I'm preparing everything, and
Okay.
then
All right.
okay. Let me share my screen. Can you all see?
Yes, for
Okay,
me.
perfect. So let's go one by one. So if let's try creating a new lead. Okay, let's say interested for a quote. Let's call it surgery. Yes. And then for that, I think let's okay. Do you want the details also, or just a simple lead? Because we also did with the campaigns. We also create campaigns, so we can just link it with campaigns if you want.
Yeah, just campaign is okay. Anyhow, you
Okay.
want it. What we want is that a lead is created, but some other time you need to have a data set you are working with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just for now, let's just save this lead. Okay. And now let's go to the list and see if it was added. Yeah.
Okay.
Then view leads pipeline. So if we go to dashboard, so we were working with Tom and the pipeline just to just to be sure the pipeline is that right?
So this is the dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say yes.
Yeah. Okay. So here you have the pipeline. Then capture contact information.
So what you do is you test, or anyhow you want to do it. I'm just watching as a but I want when you finish, I'll give feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Tom, if you want to help me, because we also worked together with Tom.
Yes.
Okay. It's quite a tricky thing, but yeah. So we were able to view the pipelines, then capture contact information. So we go back to the lead and open the lead itself. We would then be able to see the mobile phone, business phone, and then any company related information.
Yep. So we did. So basically, we did a test. Firstly, a test without contact information for generating the lead, and then there was a separate follow-up test to create a lead which had contact information in it. We also tested if you could create a lead without, say, the topic first name and last name, just to make sure that the validation function is working. We did that test, and that test was successful as well.
So yeah.
That's
So-
great.
So then contact the contact information. So yeah, if we do so here we can see the contacts. So if we add more job title, business phone, mobile phone, email, we should be able to see it again. So just to test, we can put mobile phone, a random number, and then business analyst, for example. And then if we save it again and go back to leads, again, it updates accordingly. So then the next step is generate a lead and customer report. So for that, we had to go to, do you remember, Tom, where it was this,
For which test, sorry?
for the lead and customer report?
If I'm remembering correctly, I believe it was under where was it? It was on the top bar. It wasn't on the sidebar.
Okay.
If you go back to the lead list in total, like in totality, run report.
Yeah, thank you. So let's say lead source effectiveness. Time.
Yeah, we did kind of note that generating a report did take quite a while, and that could be viewed as a bug, that the system takes a while to generate a report in the first place.
Okay, it's taking time to generate reports.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I feel that the Dynamics 365 is a bit slow in general. Like, again, it takes, what if, no. Why is it not working? Yeah, let's change this one. Okay. So yeah, here we can see the report. So, and total of leads, qualified leads. So to see how many are qualified, which percentage became a revenue, which revenue was won on this opportunity, and then the overall revenue and average revenue per lead, for example. But then we can add filters. We can add filters to change whatever you want to be able to see in this report. But yeah, it seems to work.
Yeah, obviously in this example, we don't have a fully live database to work with in order to populate all of the data points. However, the fact that the test is to generate a report means that the test is successful. It has generated a report.
And then to create a new opportunity that was do you remember where was Tom about the opportunity?
It was under opportunities, which is just under leads.
I think from the lead, you can see opportunity from the lead.
Okay.
I think when the lead is qualified.
Yeah. Oh, so here, yeah. So here, let's try to create a new opportunity. So the topic can be Yeah, again, let's add trade show or social media campaign.
Mm.
Then budget amount, let's say 5,000. Immediately, as a committee, and then in the pipeline.
In this example, committee would be that it is a committee because the marketing team is deciding to do
Mm.
a campaign.
And here we can add, if we want to add a product, and let's say you want to put a discount percentage, you can add a discount, or any type of discount or a detailed amount. But because there is no price list or any products in the CRM, we cannot do it, or same as for quotes. But if we could do it. But just for the testing, we just have to create a new opportunity. So which we did. So let's do and save the new opportunity. Okay, and then if we go back to the opportunities, we can see it here, the latest one that was created. And if we go back,
Yes.
you are able to edit, add files, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the latest one is the qualify a lead. So
Now we did find something that was a bit off with the qualifying lead in this circumstance. There's two ways to qualify a lead. One of them seemingly tries to call an opportunity in order to verify the lead. However, what happens is that no records get shown, even though we have created an opportunity.
Mm.
There is an alternate way of doing it. However, and this is the way that we do it, where the records then don't show, which then means that you can't qualify the lead. There is a workaround. So at the top, there is qualify up there. That actually does qualify the lead to then go into the develop stage. So there is a workaround for this. However, in one of the methods to do this at the moment does not work, and I believe is a bug, because it should call the opportunities that have been recorded in the opportunities tab, but it's not doing that.
yeah, exactly here. When you try to put the next stage, we there's no opportunity, even though when we did a test before in Saturday, we did end up we end the opportunity, we closed the opportunity, and also we tested with open opportunities, and still there was no way to be able to find a record on it. But as Tom said, we can just simply
Yeah. In this in a case like this, qualifying opportunity, we must have acceptance criteria, a standard, a lead we reach, or qualities that we every lead must attain before qualifying the lead, which I didn't think we configure that. So that might be the reason. Yeah, because there should be a logic. We must have qualifying for something. You must reach a standard to qualify for something. For instance, in this boot camp, we can say before you can qualify, you can graduate from this boot camp, you must perform these tests. Yeah. So if you do not perform the test, you can't just go there and qualify you. Although it can be qualified manually, but the best practice is to set a criteria for qualifying a lead. It's part of the automation that need to go on, but we've not done any automation. We've not automated any, so that can be the reason.
Yeah, I think there must be some criteria issue, as you said. But yeah, for the testing, we are just able to qualify it manually. So I guess for the testing on the Jira, that makes it
Yeah.
complete.
I will say that that we did put a note in the testing that whilst the test has been completed, you can qualify the lead.
Well, it's already
I-
qualified already. It's been
Yeah.
qualified manually.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that we put a note down basically saying that the method to try and do it automatically could not be achieved, but you can still qualify a lead, so the test technically has passed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, that should be part of process improvement, you know, trying to optimize the system to get the best out of the system. So it will no longer be manual. The purpose of implementing a CRM is to take away a lot of manual handling, like qualifying the lead manually and things like that. But it can be done. We are just doing testing, making sure that lead can be qualified, whether automatically, whether manually.
yeah.
So that's good.
And then I think for the sprint, we are. Let me go. I think yeah, we are done for the sprint testing.
Okay. So
So yeah, so like to summarize, everything seems to work, but again for the
For
quality.
automation, we may need to look into doing tests for automation in order to cover those areas.
yeah.
Wait, I just found one. I don't know how.
Oh, okay, that's a development. We didn't get that last time.
Okay, let's try. Okay,
I say so that develops it. Okay.
I have no clue what happened, but okay. Let me try again to see. Maybe was it? Do you remember if we did with the existing contact? I think there was an existing contact, right? Set up.
Not that I know of.
But
So
yeah,
it might be connected to the existing contact in that case.
yeah,
So I guess the test would then I guess that would then call for a test to see um, whether or not we can set up existing contacts and how that then affects the qualifying stage of the lead process.
yeah. Let's try again to make sure. See,
Okay. If it's not working, then we capture it as a bug.
yeah,
Everything must not work. That is the purpose of testing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If it's not working, then you capture it as a bug, which
So then the bug would then be
yeah,
lead cannot be qualified without existing contact. So if it's a completely new contact that's coming in as a lead, you won't be able to qualify it, at least with the method that we tried first off.
yeah. So the purpose of what we are doing is to make sure that all the items we commit to the sprint, like all the user stories,
yeah,
are working. Anyone who doesn't work, then we become the next work, part of the next work for the next sprint. So if it doesn't qualify, do you have a copy of the product backlog? You fail it. When you fail, then you make a comment why it didn't pass. So all the ones that pass, then we know at least we've achieved something in this sprint. Then all the bugs we discovered, then the developers will take notes and then fix them.
yeah. Okay. Mm. Okay, so I think Apart from, yeah, as I said, apart from
qualify a lead.
everything
That's-
seems to work right.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. And I must commend the effort you guys put in. And you see why I sit back, because I know you guys can do it. And you see, Seiji and Tom, you guys have mastered it. And so we have to come forward to do it. And that is what we are going to be doing in the work environment. There is nothing else we do here. I'm telling you the gospel truth. There is nothing else. This is what we do. Configuring. If we find any bug, we fix it. Then we keep on optimizing the system. That's the work of a business analyst. You can do this in Dynamics 365 CRM. You can do it in Dynamics 365 ERP. You can do it in Salesforce. You can do it in SAP. You can do it in so many other. Is the same thing. Implementing and continuous improvement. Yeah.
Okay, I'm checking if I can create a workflow called bug, so we can then set inside of it.
Yeah, I would say that if you are creating that workload for the bug, then perhaps that if you then nominate that area to be a bug, it then should go back into the product backlog for consideration.
Yeah, you should capture the bug in the Jira. Yeah, you should add it as a product backlog, but within the product backlog, you capture it as a bug.
No, but our question is that if we have something that is in the product backlog that's gone into the sprint, and then we found out that the test failed and it's a bug, do we then create a new task of the same name that's just, this is a bug that needs fixing? Or do we take that item that is in the sprint and put it back into the product backlog and just mark it as a bug?
Yeah, we need to put it in the backlog, but it's going to be marked as bug. Developers will then fix the bugs first before any other work.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are all product backlog. When we talk about product backlogs, we call them PBI, product backlog items.
Mm-hmm.
So we have user stories, then we have tags, then we have bugs.
Yeah, I understand that. What I'm asking is that if a task becomes a bug that needs fixing, does that then generate a new item, or does the item that already exists just turn into a bug item that needs fixing and prioritizing?
No, it has to. Most of the time, tags cannot. Is user stories can be changed to a bug.
Right. Okay. Do you see where I was coming from, though? That like it would create additional work if a bug is found. I just wanted to know if it's just part of the same task and sort of like gets nested in, or if
it's already created. It's a user stories. It has been worked on. So at this point, we need to, if we create another item, calling it bug, then is a duplication of how is duplication.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense now. Thank you.
So all we need to do is go to that user story, edit it from user story to bug.
Yeah. That's what I just did. I created a new bug as a transition labels, and then it's right. Let me show you. And yeah, and I set it as a bug.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, I understand that. I was just wondering like what the process of that would look like if something like that were to happen.
Yeah. That's what I mean, because if you go back and create a new item and call it a bug, mind you, that is already existing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm presuming because at the end of the day, you want the test to be successful.
Yes.
And if you, yeah, okay, yeah. No, I understand now. Thanks, Charles.
So yeah.
All right, that is very good. This is bringing us to the end of the sprint 1 of this work. So sprint 1 is completed, and we've seen we have a bug, and we've achieved. I think we achieved almost 80% of the work we committed is successful, and that is something good. When a team, everything at times you see the team will not finish the work item they committed. At times they have bugs, and it happens. It's all about the experience we get. So after this, the next thing the team should do is what we call sprint retrospective. We've just finished sprint review, where a user have to demo, we call it, in other words, if you are not in agile environment, it's called UAT, user acceptance testing. You know, we can call it sprint demo or sprint review, or UAT, user acceptance testing. For user acceptance testing is if we are working in waterfall environment. So now this is completed. The next thing is what we call sprint retrospective. And once sprint retrospective is done, then the team can then go back and start planning for another sprint. It becomes a cycle all over and over and again. But for the purpose of this boot camp, we are not starting another sprint. So we are not starting another sprint. We close from here. I'm bringing, once we have sprint retrospective, the next thing is we move to the closure stage, where we look at all the closure items, like signing off from the client or the project sponsor, and then the project managers will then write the report and close the project. So we already have the items in the Freed camp. We follow it as it is in this Freed camp, and that's it. So yeah. So to observe the sprint retrospective, I will equally advise you guys to carry out sprint demo. So either today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow can have sprint demo, and that is all about it. So if working, any other person who is going to be working on this work, maybe then outside of the boot camp, not within the boot camp, because for the purpose of this boot camp, we have achieved what we want to achieve. So the next thing, which I believe, is to get a job, like I said before.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have any question based on what is going on, outside of those that join new, which have created a new part for us, then you can ask your question.
What would obviously, like, it's obviously down to us to like try to find the job. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not expecting you to like find a job for me, but I'm just wondering what the sort of process looks like in terms of helping us with like in terms of helping us sort of like get that job at the end of the day?
Yeah,
Is it like is it like interview help? Is it like looking at CVs, stuff like that?
yeah. The getting a job is first we have to start from CV.
Mhm.
We create a CV template which I want everybody to use. Then when you create, I use the CV template we created to create your own CV. If you are struggling, I can help you to tailor your CV very well. Then if we have a good CV, then we start applying. There's always a job, there's a lot of jobs available there when you have a good CV. And once you start applying with a good CV, I'm sure you are going to get a lot of attention. You have a good CV. And with then, when interviews are coming, I'm always available to guide on the interview. The way I will guide is I will look at the job description, and most of the interviews we are going to face will be based on the job description. They're already telling you what they want to achieve. That's why they are hiring you. If they are coming from Ministry of Justice, they will always tell you what they want you to do within the Ministry of Justice. If they are coming from NHS, they're always telling you what they want to achieve, want you to help them achieve from NHS. So the interview will equally be based on job description. So it's a tip. You already know what you are going to face during the interview. So these are part of the things I'm going to do. I've been doing it, and we've been recording success stories from here. So yeah.
Brilliant, thank you.
So that's it for now. So we can't just it's not automated. So but we are here to I've been here to help in any way I can. But the point here is that I've witnessed success stories. If you follow what I ask you to do based on my experience, you are not going to struggle in the market, because everything we've done, everything you need to learn is what I've the knowledge is already here. We have a knowledge base here, everything end to end. Then when you have a good CV that can mirror whatever you've learned, and you have a good work experience, here our company will have a work experience. You are coming from here, and whenever they write, I will always respond. I've been sending a lot of references from here, so, and all the boys, all the men here, they have been succeeding. We don't have any problems with our referencing. So yeah, these are all the areas that we pose where you are going to have challenges is referencing. As a business analyst, you don't have work experience, but we are providing the work experience based on what we are doing here. We've done it live, and everything we learn here is what we've done, what I've witnessed in most of the workplaces I've been to. There is nothing. Because we are in here now and you followed up, it might look so simple, but somebody from outside coming in is not gonna be simple. Navigating all these applications, FreeCamp, Jira, and all, the journey. These are the training. So these are the what makes it simple, but it's not that so simple if we don't have the experience, or if we've not done it before. And that's why I decided to sit back so you guys can do the testing. And yeah, I'm happy based on the output of the testing. And yeah, we can proceed to the next level, close the project, and get job. Because everything will still happen within a short period of time. Some of us are going to be getting jobs based on how serious you are anyway. because it's not automatic. You have to make your own input and how we complement it.
Good. Thank you.
So,
Brilliant.
Thelma, I think the last time you were saying you have something on the board.
Yes, I actually have a first stage interview tomorrow. So it's with a change transformation consultancy called Grace. They're looking for their title of it is a graduate business analyst, but what I've read of it, they're also accepting business analysts with a lower amount of experience, and they basically do they basically go out to different companies and help them undergo larger projects to transform their company when they're struggling. So it's something I'm looking forward to, and fingers crossed I'll be successful with that interview. It's based in Manchester, I believe.
All right, that's a consulting firm, and that's a good way to start. Basically you've done most of the work here yourself. You've already waiting for the interview. I don't know how I will come in at this point, but if there's any gray areas which you think we should streamline, you should let me know.
I'll see if I can get, because I imagine it's a 2-stage interview. So I'll see if I can get past this first stage, because I believe the first stage is just sort of like them getting to know me, see if I'm like a right fit. And then obviously once I'm past that stage, then I might have some questions for you, Charles.
Okay. One tip which I want to let you know at this first stage, what they are going to test is your confidence, your communication skills, and few business analysis techniques, how to handle stakeholders, how can you approach a project, how do you start a project as a business analyst. These are the areas they will want to understand. How do you approach a project as a business analyst? These are key. You might not, this question is always there. And business analysis is a customer-facing role, meaning that they want to know how you handle stakeholders.
Yes.
Yeah, so stakeholder management, stakeholder analysis, communication skills, problem-solving skills, these are things they want to understand. Technical skills like this solution design, user stories and acceptance criteria, use case diagram. These are few, they might not be so technical. After the first stage, they might then want you to come, they will give you a task, and they will give you maybe 1 day or to prepare a task and come and demo before them how you are going to solve that problem. And that's it. So I think that is the area you might need maybe support, which I'm always available. But this first one is they are going to test your confidence.
Okay.
Confidence, like you said, is they know you. They want to know if you can be able to work with little supervision. That is it. As a business analyst, you need that confidence. You should be able to work with little supervision. Yeah. Go out there on your own to gather requirements. You should be able to know how to gather requirements.
Yep.
These are another key area you should try to understand. requirement gathering, via interview, via workshop, focus group, and that's it. We already know about solutions evaluation, how to select solutions. They might not ask you so deep. Or some of these technical areas, they might not go too deep on this area. If I see the job description, I might equally be able to give you a tailored insight. But what I'm just saying is based on general overview, things you can expect generally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I've had one-on-one with you in terms of confidence and in terms of communication. I'm sure you can handle that one very well.
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah. So what's the time tomorrow?
The interview is at 3:00.
Okay. If you can share the job description, maybe I can pick few areas where I will want you to concentrate. Yeah, that's all I can do for now. Well, we all wish you luck. Yeah, we know you can go there and represent us. We are supporting you from here. Yeah.
I think I have it here now, actually. I think I have the link now, so I can send you the link on WhatsApp so you can have a look for yourself.
Okay, that's good.
Here you go.
Best of luck, Tom.
There you go. I've sent the link over to you on WhatsApp, Charles. You can.
Okay. I will check, and I will have. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. Okay, I've seen it, and I will have a look, and I'll get back to you later. Maybe I have another class this evening. I have a data analysis class.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be doing some preparation tomorrow morning as well. So, I mean, if you want to chime in tomorrow morning, then I should be able to have a look at it before then, since the interview's not until 3.
Oh, okay. Then I will chat you up tomorrow morning. I'll chat you up tomorrow morning.
All right, brilliant. Thank you so much.
No worries. Yeah. All right.
Wish you success, Tom.
Thank you, Doris.
Process, Tom. Success.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, Tom.
All right. Okay. Based on the other deliverables like sprint retrospective, I will leave it to you guys to organize a sprint retrospective. Let it be our topic for tomorrow, what we are going to do tomorrow, sprint retrospective. And after them, we can use next week to close the project.
Okay.
All right, brilliant.
Yeah. All right, thank you, and good night. I'm quite happy with what we've just done based on the sprint demo, and yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
And Tom, I will see you tomorrow morning. I'll catch up with you before.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Charles.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.